Good early morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. It is May 3rd, 2024, around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I wanted to check in with you guys and let you know that I did go to the doctor this morning. And, but ironically, the clinic that I usually go to refused services for me. They had the audacity to say that unless they knew when the cat, the stray cat, the feral cat, had their rabies shot, they wouldn't be able to see me. They refused me service. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. We're talking about a stray cat. What if it were another animal? You're denying me service. You're denying me cleaning my wounds and redressing them and prescribing me an antibiotic. And they did. They refused, so I went somewhere else. No problems, no questions asked. Prescribed 2 antibiotics, a topical and an oral, and gave me some bandages and stuff like that. So I'm feeling miserable. I'm traumatized, which was the motivation. It was on May Day, May 1, the Deluminati holiday, the witches' holiday. And I have been rescuing and caring for feral cats for decades. I have never had a feral cat attack me. Never. Never. I've had one try to swipe me, a cat that wouldn't know me, like they'll put their paw out and try to swipe you, and that's it. This cat literally latched on with both paws onto my legs, and when I tried to shake him off, he lunged for my right arm. The cat was absolutely possessed. And you have to remember that this cat was dumped on my property, and I guarantee that the criminals dumped this unneutered cat, and it likely has a microchip that they are controlling. The triangle that was cut out of my arm is extremely telling. Even the doctor was shocked. But thank you all for your condolences and telling me to get well fast. It's going to take some time. Both of my legs have deep scratches. They're not just superficial scratches. They're deep, and they vibrate. And these criminals don't let up on me when I'm sleeping. I took my body temperature last night before I went to bed. It was like 83 degrees, and I wake up and it's 98. So they're still radiating me. My skin is drying up, like I'm developing wrinkles in my face that I never had before. Like I'm looking at my face and like I have totally aged in the last couple of years that I've been here. I mean, it's not normal. I mean, not for my lifestyle and the way I eat and whatever, but it's torture. Torture and stress weighs on the physical body. But I'm going to have a somewhat long recovery. Like right now, I like my legs feel like they're vibrating, or they're tingling, I should say. They're tingling. But it's very traumatic, extremely traumatic for me because I love cats. And now I'm afraid of this cat, and I don't like his behavior. I don't like he's humping my other cats, and he's kind of holding them hostage. It's very disturbing. I don't want to go near him again. I'm afraid he's going to lunge at me. So anyway, I'm going to read a short chapter in Gang-Stalking and Mind Control, the Destruction of Society Through Community Spying Networks. It's by A.K. Forward. I have read some of these chapters before. I mean, if you see that it's dark, excuse me, because I'm lying in bed trying to keep my legs, straight out, and I'm not really set up in my bed to record and stuff, but I'm going to read this brief chapter, and I'm going to put the phone down, so you're going to see like a blank screen, but it will be recording, okay? So here we go. What I'm reading here is page 64. A deeper understanding of this secret network. Gang-stalking groups derive their members from many sources, including government, military, business, religious, and criminal sectors of society. Members can be drawn into gang-stalking groups at any age, and there are even people who are born into it and come from a long line of generational members involved in a secret web of power and control that has existed for centuries. These members are usually from families with heavy military, political, or religious backgrounds, but this is not always the case. Many of these people grow up thinking that their secret activities are normal aspects of society. These people are often brought into these activities when they are younger than most and being put to use wherever and whenever they can be. They often become involved at a higher level later in life, either being trained as a group handlers or else used in some other capacity by the controllers. Some gang stalkers may even realize that they're involved in anything that's evil, but what they're involved in is deeply satanic. And those people who are members of gang stalking groups are essentially serving an evil enterprise that is creeping through the shadows of society and slowly taking it over. These gang stalking groups exist at the very bottom levels of the hierarchical structure of power and control that rises to the very highest levels of society. Being at the bottom of this hierarchy, their efforts aren't necessary, but they're very useful and even entertaining to their handlers and controllers. Those who actually set up gang-stalking groups and direct their day-to-day activities occupy slightly higher levels within the pyramidal structure of power and control. These are the group handlers and are often police officers, government employees, business operators, church officials, etc. See, they always mention police officers. These people are in turn directed by an even higher level within the structure, which is almost exclusively generational bloodline members, those whose ancestors have served under it for a number of generations. These are the real controllers of these groups, who always keep themselves at a safe distance from the actual groups and their gang-stalking activities. These bloodline controllers come from families that are much more deeply involved in satanic activities and will often be active in business, religion, politics, the military, or intelligence. At the very least, these families will have a history of involvement in politics and the military. The children of these families are raised from an early age using advanced methods of trauma-based mind control through satanic ritual abuse to assure that they remain subservient to the higher levels of power that they are being brought into. These people will have multiple personalities, which I talked about earlier. The non-bloodline controllers of these groups may not be involved in any satanic ritual activities of any kind, and probably aren't, but the bloodlines who control these groups at the highest level certainly are. Many of these gang-stalking groups are set up and controlled by people who are non-bloodline, but are heavily involved in satanic activities as well. They are interested in power and control and have learned how to set up their own gang-stalking groups, which they use to punish those that cross them or to exploit others for various purposes. Mind control and Satanism go hand in hand, and gang-stalking groups are the perfect conduit for mind control research and applications. Those bloodline families that are involved in Satanism are also connected to the most advanced technologies, including the blackest of black projects as the military intelligence organs, as well as secret technologies that may have been developed in the private sector. The military have been interested in mind control technologies since at least the 1920s and have been developing them ever since. These technologies end up in the hands of Satanists because Satanism is strong throughout the ranks of the military and intelligence organizations. As a new mind technology is being developed, it needs to be tested. And this requires guinea pigs to test it on. Sometimes military personnel are used, but often ordinary citizens have become ensnared in these mind control experiments. The level of sophistication is so good that those who are developing these technologies and targeting the public can create a mind control slave that is totally unaware of being controlled and without the need to create multiple personalities through trauma. This opens up the possibility to enslave an entire population, which is the ultimate goal, and at the stage that they are now, they are able to totally take over an individual's thoughts and actions and orchestrate that person like a puppet on a string whenever they wish. Gang-stalking groups are the ideal conduit for proliferating this sort of technology, and it seems to be making the method of setting up these groups in the traditional way unnecessary, and a person's participation can be totally involuntary and unwitting, not knowing that they are being controlled and used in a gang-stalking operation. So I'm going to end here, men and women, boys and girls, and just say that this book was written by a target for targets. It's gang-stalking and mind control. It's an inside look at the sinister side of this growing epidemic. It is a secret underground. A secret underground lurks throughout society. A sophisticated network of secret policing units that are cropping up in every community. It is made up of people from all walks of life who are operating as a fascist secret police force against all freedom-loving citizens of the Western world. They pretend to be serving a good cause, but they're creating terror in our neighborhoods and destroying lives one person at a time. This secret network is not only used for targeting individuals with systematic harassment, but those within it are often involved in sexual exploitation, blackmail, Satanism, and mind control. So once again, this book is called Gang-Stalking and Mind Control, the Destruction of Society Through Community Spying Networks by A.K. Forward. I hope you enjoyed this. And I look forward to questions and comments down below. And this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now. I'm tired.